to overcome? It's a related question to what Shobha asked and Prerana asked. It's a related question. So, how to overcome that? Number two, uh, again, an observation. I've also noticed that sometimes fear psychosis works with Americans. Example, if I criticize something and downplay it completely, like which we don't do because of the culture, I think they would instantly kind of believe you and get that confidence in you, which I don't like to do. I mean, most of us don't like.
So
to.
what's an example?
Uh, let's say somebody has given a proposal to a client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if I want to get my proposal through, okay, all I need to do is trash the other proposal,
Right.
verbally, or
Right.
communicating by email. I would say that 8 out of 10 times that would work with an American. So, is that something that we should? Though culturally, as as an individual, I wouldn't practice that, but I don't know. Is that something that we should do? Second question.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? Mohan's making a suggestion that there's you're giving a proposal, and the client has choices, A, B, C, or D, and travel scope. Would you single out A, B, C, D and say this is why they're not as good, and therefore travel scope? Because Mohan's experience is that it works with Americans.
That is, if you run down the other ones and don't give it enough respect, I don't know, maybe
No, running down.
not running down. What I'm saying is just discarding it totally.
I know. Or while we are at discarding it, might as well say a little more about ourselves.
yeah.
Then
Add on to
Yeah.
what
yeah.
probably
I think
make
that's
it better.
sounds
I
like
would like to do
sounds
that.
like a good approach.
Yeah.
Give
You know.
positive points from our side.
Yeah,
What we
because
have
you're confident that what you do is
Yeah, it's
good,
better.
and you're confident this team to deliver. So that's what you talk about. And if you really feel that, then the American will hear you. They'll experience that. They'll feel that. Now on Mohan's level, it may be slightly different
Yeah.
in terms of more of a Maha level, you know. Then he might that's a different situation.
And what about the brand?
The brand, Travel Scope. Travel Scope is the brand, you know.
What was your question again, Mohan?
So Americans, I'm saying Americans are very brand conscious,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And therefore, how do we? And they also they're very concerned about safety and security in all terms. I'm not just saying
Yeah.
safety and security about what will happen to them.
Yeah,
I mean, they trust us with a lot of money.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
listen. I
Absolutely.
mean, the PMCA group is trusting us
Right.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending
Yes.
on the number of people.
Yeah.
So
Peggy has told me.
so Peggy is there, so she
Yeah.
acts as like
Right.
how do you say, a catalyst.
Yeah,
Let's say
yeah.
she carries that message,
Yeah.
because she highlights the partnership, the relationship.
Sure.
So that works very well. So on a B2B level,
Yeah.
it's good. But when you go, I'm not even talking about B2C level, because we also work with, travel designers who are basically, I would say, I mean, for want of a better word, they retail travel basically. They're not kind of, designers like Peggy, for example. So that is where the challenge is, and they want to always play safe.
Right.
They would go to an Abercrombie and Kent or a Mikato,
Right.
and I think we discussed this.
A known
I gave you a little
brand.
example.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, is there? I don't know. There are no. I
Well-
know there are no fixed mantras for it, but any suggestions?
Well, the suggestions is building the brand, continually building the brand. You know, your website, constantly updating a website, extremely important to keep up to date. Testimonials, testimonials are extremely important. Americans look for that. It's like when you buy a book on Amazon, there are reviews. You know, look at the reviews. Americans look at reviews. How am I to judge these two? If they don't have a friend who has told them about TravelScope, then they have to go to the site. So then the site becomes extremely important, and the testimonials there. So getting a testimonial from Peggy, for instance, you know, is extremely important. You know, testimonials, the website, and word of mouth, and getting out there in social media. You know, getting the brand out there, so that the Abercrombie, whatever that is, if people know about that, that's what they defer to, unless they hear something else. You know, so you have to get in that. I hear something else. You have to get in that area. I hear something else.
Visibility.
Any more questions?
So I need a question from someone.
Yes.
In this group right here. I need
The
a
question is asking about the question. What sort of question would be like? We are working with a travel company. So would it be a travel related questions, or it can be like anything, friends, family, personal questions?
Friends and family are always important. In the context of a travel company, and how many will be traveling? And you have a 22-year-old. Are they in university? You can be curious about the family. In fact, that's engagement. And relationship building across the world is extremely important with anyone, and particularly in your business. And it's also appreciative in Americans, relationship building. And you build relationship by having conversation, either an email or telephone, however you do. So, but most importantly is that our experience is you're doing excellent work. Excellent work. For a relatively small company, this TravelScope is doing excellent work, and it's because of customer service. So that's what I would certainly say unequivocally, is that if you want customer service, and Peggy and I have done that. We have often said, because they ask us questions because they know we go to India. Well, what would you suggest? Well, you should talk to TravelScope. You know, so that's why testimonials are extremely important in this business.